Hi Darklings, it's Victorian Lovelace here and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. In this video I am actually gonna react to 40 years of goth style global remake. And the funny thing, I was actually planning to react to the older version. There's actually an older version of the 40 years of goth style, and I remember that was very popular a few years ago, and I know a few YouTubers that also did some reaction to that video, and I was actually planning on making a reaction to the old one, but then I saw they've actually released a new one, a global remake, and so I was thinking I'm gonna react to that one instead of the older version. So we are gonna watch that one together, and I haven't watched it before actually. The channel that is making those videos called Liisa Ladouceur. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but that's the girl that's making those videos. So we're gonna watch that one together, and it's gonna be so exciting because I haven't watched it. I was waiting. I'm gonna watch it with you guys and I'm gonna react to it. So let's watch it. So the whole video started with like a little intro, and they show like some sneak peeks of the persons that is gonna be in this video, I guess. I didn't so far recognize any of the people that seems to be in this video. That is kind of like interesting. So I guess it's some new people I haven't seen before. And what was the first thing I was thinking of the intro was that they was showing like a guy that he like took off his mask, and I think that was a little bit like bringing it back, maybe like to today, like 2021. There is like mask has been kind of like a kind of like accessory to like the goth style, like for safety reason, of course, because we are in the middle of a pandemic, which I kind of like because it's bringing it back to like the days 2021. This actually a mask is a part of like most people outfits today, right? So so I kind of like that part. So we're gonna continue watch it. So the first style they're showing is the Batcave. So I guess they're starting like from the 1980s with the Batcave, and they show like a girl. I think it said that she was a DJ, and she had like blue hair. She looks kind of cool though. I think she's really like showing the Batcave style kind of good. She really have like that 80s style. I really like her hair too. She had a little like bigger hair, like as it usually was in the 80s, the back combed hair, and her style was cool. I mean, she was wearing like the Winkle Pickle shoes, and which was I think was kind of like giving the style like full. She was wearing like all those attributes, like the bat case. She was wearing the bat accessory, the bat hat, necklace, which I think like she actually did a good job with showing like the style like from the beginning of the 80s. So I will say good choice for the first style. So we are gonna watch the second style, and so we're gonna watch that one together. wow, they really moved forward to the next style, which was Deathrock. They were showing a girl, I think she's a YouTuber, her name is Madame Absinthe, and her outfit and everything was totally gorgeous. I just love it, and I think she portrayed the Deathrock very, very well. Like that spiky leather jacket is to die for, and the choker, and of course the hair. I would say the hair is like the part that is really like, I would say is the most like, I would say like important like attribute to really like recognize the Deathrock. Is the mohawk, and I think she did a very, very good job with that. And also of course the chains was the piercings, and everything was just perfect. I think she did, she looked gorgeous. I really, really liked that part, and it was a good choice of model, of course, to portray in that part. So the next style is 1980s too. We're still back in the 1980s, and the next style is trad goth. And I kind of like that she's using to portray all the styles from the 1980s, because I think a lot of people, like including me, thinking like in the 1980s goth was looking the same. That was one style, and they was always had the big hair, big so I think like a lot of people, like especially that's not into like the goth scene, like just thinking 1980s goth, that's one style. So I like that it actually separated them into 3 styles from the 1980s. So the next one is the 1980s trad goth, and we have a cute girl from England here. She is portrayed with the one, of course, the one and only makeup for the 1980s trad goth, with the very, very recognizing typical Susie and the Banshee. And of course she had the big hair, the big black hair, and the makeup, and she was wearing the winkle peakers, which was perfect style. The coat, the long necklaces, which is also, and the white shirt, which is very typical for that style. So I think she actually did a good job with showing that look too, from the 1980s goth, because it's showing like the 1980s was like 3 different styles, and how it's like developed from the beginning to the end. So that's, I like that. I really like that part. So and also the music choice, I think it also works very well to the theme. 1980s, you have a little 1980s sound, which works perfectly. And I like that it's also like don't really interrupt too much with the video too, which I think was, and I also like that they also put the model's name, really promote them also. So I'm very excited to see what it's gonna bring next, the next styles. We are gonna watch that one too. So we are moving forward to the 1990s, and I see they starting with the Romantic Goth, which of course is one of my absolutely favorite goth genres, and it's also one of the styles that I usually love to dress at. So I really like that. So of course they're laying very warm for me, the style. Have a deep place in my heart, of course. So they're showing a girl. She's wearing kind of like a blue dress with like lace, which is typical for the Romantic Goth. And I kind of like that they also took that style, because sometimes I think people usually mix that style, like the vampire goth. And so I think I like it that they actually, or like the Victorian goth, that they actually like showed the romantic goth. And the only thing, I didn't really see her dress so well, so I couldn't really see like the full really outfit, which I was kind of hoping to do. And they also, like when we went to the 1990s, the music changed to like a different type of music, which I kind of like, that she chose to have like a different type of music, because now we are moving forward to the next decade. So so I'm excited to see what is gonna be the next style. So we are still in the 1990s, and they're moving forward to one of my favorite styles, of course, which is the vampire goth. I kind of wish it was me there, actually. Well, I just love the outfit she was wearing. With the red, with the corset, with the lace, and those bat wings was just like gorgeous. It was just very, very gorgeous. Yeah, I kind of like it. They changed also song, which I think fit to the theme. The background, I think it worked well with the like with the outfit and the model. And I like the part that they had, like was bringing the vampire part with like the glass and the blood. Yeah, I would say that's also a good portrait of the vampire goth. And I also like that they are also including that one, because that's also, I think, a style that can be confused to like some other subgenres. The last style of the 19th is, of course, the Cyber Goth. And they also choose a girl there, and I think was saying she was wearing all the important accessories and attributes for the Cyber Goth. And they also changed the song, which I also like. And of course, the cyber dance, important part of that, I would say. Awesome outfit, of course, the cyborgs, the googles, the Anya shoes, like all that is so classical, Cyber Goth. It's like I'm thinking when I'm seeing all those styles from the 90s, it's like, where are they? I miss them. It's like, oh, I'm getting a lot of nostalgia here, even if I wasn't goth in the 90s, even if there's things I really wish I had opportunity to live through all those decades, and I'm kind of jealous of you people that has been there. And I just wish some of them will come back more. The only thing I don't know is if maybe it's gonna be included in the next decade is actually the Victorian goth. I will say, yeah, they started in the 90s, and so I kind of missed that one from the 90s, the Victorian goth. Just to show like the romantic goth and Victorian is actually two different subgenres from the 90s. So yeah, that will say everything from the 90s. So we are gonna move on to the next decade, which is gonna be the 2000, and then we're gonna come back to the 2000. Then I guess I'm gonna get the real nostalgia here, because that when I started dressed as a goth and all those styles, I'm probably gonna be a lot of nostalgia. Ooh. So, of course, the first style that I will show you from the 2000s is the Gothic Lolita. And as you guys might know, that's how I started. I was started as a Gothic Lolita. And that's bringing back a lot of nostalgia for me. The Vivienne Westwood bag. Vivienne Westwood, as you guys know, was one of my favorite brands. I started with Lolita, very big in Japan. Oh, a lot of nostalgia there. The girl, she did a great job, and the song to the theme I think worked well, and her elegant Gothic Lolita dress was absolutely stunning. And I think the hair, like the bangs like that, I used to dress like that. I mean, a little bit more black maybe, but back in the days. Yeah, so oh, so there it comes! Actually, I was thinking she would include in that to the 2000 is the Victorian Goth. And as you guys know, that's one that is laying very deep in my heart, is the Victorian Goth. I mean, that's also one thing that got into goth, is the Gothic Lolita and the Victorian Goth. So I guess now they are moving in those areas that I started to dress like a goth. And that dress that girl is wearing is so beautiful, like from the Bastille era in the Victorian era. Oh, I just love the scene. It was like giving me like chill. Ooh, it was just so beautiful. Oh, look who we have here, the next style, and I recognize his face very well. It's no other than my friend Gabriel. Wow! Nice to see somebody I know. It's the first person I recognize and I know, Gabriel. Wow, so nice to see your face there. So they move forward to the 2000s corporative goth, and I think they did she did an awesome choice with picking Gabriel, because he is really that, and I really, he did an awesome, I like that. And they also did show two people portraying that style, corporate goth, and I think that's cool. That's actually including that style, because it's like I think that's one, it should be more of that style. I think they should bring it more, because I mean, if you work with something corporate, I mean, you will still want to be yourself, right? And I think it's that you should really bring that style more, I think into today. Even I would say like in 2000 maybe you needed that style more. I think it's a little bit easier right now to look like more as you want when you work in more like corporative, but I would say that looks awesome. And I think Gabriel's like, he's bringing a lot of like he's getting a lot of inspiration from the 1920s to the 1940s, which I also think that's like which I also like. that they show to the corporative goth, because I mean that works well. I mean, it's elegance. That's what you want, professional elegance. So I like that. So we are gonna move on to the next decade, which is gonna be the 2010. And so I'm excited to see what styles is gonna be there. So when we're moving forward to the 2010s, they showed the first style we see is the hippie goth. And I would say that one, I would say a little bit, I will also call it like, it's a little bit like the witchy goth. Which I know, of course, is very popular right now. I would say that was the Killstar and all those brands, you know, that brought that style. I think the girl, she looked awesome, portraying that style. And maybe I will see, maybe they will change the music, maybe, because they're still playing like the same song as they did with the previous decade, maybe.
So very simple, heart is so dead with tissue. The karma is heaven hits you. See, my only option is devoting myself and minstrel. Think that I'm responsible, this monster will let me hear you. Think of all the problems I ponder, if it is worth it. Shit will live and hurt, just the whipping I'm miniskirts. Do the 9 to 5, stay alive, I'm with kicking dirt. You see, I see the light at the tunnel.
Okay, we're moving to the next one, and the music I hear is playing here is, I don't know, some kind of rap. And I think you guys know, for me, I'm kind of big no to rap. Nu Goth, so I don't know what I was thinking, like Nu Goth. You listen to rap, I don't know, which I personally not really like though. Even I dress Nu Goth sometimes. I mean, Nu Goth for me is like just to dress more like comfortable and still like dress goth for me. The girl looks awesome, pretty. Love her outfit. Portraying Nu Goth, very cool. The only thing I have to say is the music, because I don't like rap. So, but that's a cool. I mean, because now. So the 2010s Nu Goth, and I guess the Nu Goth is still moving forward to this century, the 2020s. So it's gonna be interesting to see. So I guess we are leaving the 2010s. The only thing what I was thinking, like the 2010s and also the 2000s, that we had like a style. I know she mentioned that she didn't want to show any emo or anything like that, but that's something. And I mean, it's not considered, of course I know it's not considered goth, but it's like sometimes the goth like got a little bit inspiration, I would say, from that style. And another thing I was missing, like from the 2000s and even the 90s goth, is like the mall goth, I would say. That style is a little bit, I would say, missing, like the Hot Topic goth and all that. I would like to see that style, maybe. I would say that's the only thing I'm missing. So
Blurry, but I'm saying
I feel I'm moving miles away. It's like sink under a spell. I don't know what to think or say, so I sipping up.
So the next style they're showing is the 2020 Gothic Grunge, and they show the guy, as it was showing like in the sneak peek, that was wearing the mask. And I also mentioned that I like it, that part with the mask. And he was wearing, I would say like his outfit was really like inspired Killstar. And he was wearing the spiked jacket, and I would say he looked very like as the goth usually look right now. Which he portrayed it very good. I would say that's a goth guy usually look right now. But for me, of course, I am a little bit old school when it's come that. I miss the goth guys from the 90s and early 2000s with long hair. I mean, he looks awesome. So yeah, I'm excited to see if they're gonna show any more styles from the new decade, and also the ending that he's taken off his mask, which is also like the 2020. It's like we are in the middle of the pandemic, as I said. So the last is the Gothic Grunge from the 2020s, and they showed another girl which looks gorgeous. She also showed that she had the split hair. I would say that's a very like I would say, okay, I have it myself too, so I shouldn't say, but I guess it's like trendy right now. I don't know. And she was wearing that more grunge, goth grunge, which is trendy right now. So she had like the male and the female version of the style, which I like, which I also would like to see, like in the previous style, like the male version and the female version, because it would be cool to see if they would have showed that for each style though. But they didn't. So yeah, that was everything for this 40 years of goth style, the global remake, which I think it was fun to do a remake because a lot of things have changed to include more people in it. So I think Liisa did a good job portraying all the styles, and I was saying was some styles that was missing. I think, for example, the early 2000s, 1990s mall goth, hot topic goth, and also showing like the female and male version. That was maybe two things that would make this like even more awesome, I would say. But it was fun to see it, and hopefully she would do it again, and I would love to be there too. I don't know which port. The thing is that the funny thing, I don't know which, if I would be there, which style would I portray? Think about that, guys, because you guys are seeing me. I am just a style. I'm jumping between all the goth styles and alternative styles. You never see me wearing one style, so I guess I will be able to do all of them, I think. Yeah, because I never like holding myself to one subgenre or one style. Because the life is too short for that. You want to have fun, you want to experiment, and all that. Remember that, guys. So that was everything for this video, and if you like this video, you guys should definitely give it a thumbs up and drop a comment in the comment section, and of course subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so you don't miss any of my new videos. So see you guys in the next video. Bye.